1985 Yamaha YTM, Yamaha Tri-Mode YTM 200E RN. E for electric, R for reverse, N for 1985. There she is in all her glory. This one's for the little lady. I got the big trike, she can have the little trike. So, I don't know much about it at all, I haven't heard it run. I don't even know if it does run. Probably paid too much for it. Another Facebook Marketplace impulse buy. So, gonna get the heat on and see what we got here. Alright, well let's see exactly what I bought this time, because I don't even really know anything about these things. I just saw it on Marketplace and decided there's something I don't have, and it looks like it needs a lot of work. So lots of projects to do on this one. First thing I do when I pull it in is pull on the cord to make sure the engine's not seized, and it's not, but the cord won't go back in. So my very first job is going to be pulling this cover off and seeing what's going on with the recoil. If you look real close here, you can see just how dirty these plastics are and how nasty they are. This thing is never going to be a showpiece. I just want to snap it back together. I mean, I got to form a piece in here, and yep, I'm going to try to weld that back together, plastic weld it, or maybe just zip ties, who knows. We just want to be able to get it on the road, well, on the trail I should say. And you know, so the little woman can ride along with me on her own machine. And you know, I'm on the big one, she's on the little one. So this is a 1985 Yamaha YTM. So Yamaha Tri-Moto ER. So E for electric start and R for reverse. Now I haven't even tried to do anything with that. At first I didn't even know how the gears work or anything on these, so I don't know anything about them. So I did download a manual, and I just sort of, you know, touched upon it, haven't really got into it much, but I printed out a copy and brought it out here in the garage. So maybe, you know, the first thing I was going to try to do, and maybe I still will, is put little rubbing compound on a pad and try buffing some of this crud off of this body, and maybe shine it up just a little bit. Seat covers are available on eBay, I found, for between $30 and $50. Probably go for the cheap one. And that'll be another project, learning how to do a seat cover, because I've never done one. But the foam is in super condition. There's no gouges out of it, nothing to be concerned about. I just gotta get this old leather, or sorry, vinyl off and put a new pad on. And then, yeah, I'll just fill this in with another piece of plastic from something else, an old bucket or something, who knows. This front fender, I'm not sure what this came from, but I'm going to have to do a little something, because I don't like how low it is to the tire. You know, going forward I wouldn't be too concerned about tread catching it, because, you know, it's rolling around this way. But if I was in reverse and I hit a bump or something and the tread knobby caught this fender, it could just bust it right clean off. So I figured I'd just pull the screws on this, and maybe, you know, I don't want to bend, well, I can't bend anything, but, you know, I can space this rear one, you know, so that it goes like that, and maybe I can get this like an inch up from the tire or something. The front suspension is stuck. It's seized up, forks are seized up, so I'll see about getting some penetrating oil in there and reading the manual about how to take those apart. There's no front brake. I'm going to have to source myself a cable. And the throttle works, but the top plate's missing. There's no key ignition, but I suspect the kill switch works. I suspect that's what's going to make it run on and off. And of course the choke levers snapped off, because they always do. It's like my old Polaris snowmobile. You know, the first time it's frozen, the first time that cable's stiff and you throw that plastic little lever up, it just snaps off and then it's gone. So I'll probably make something on there, something I can like pull by hand or something with the steel. Come on in. We're doing our walk around. Alright, so I'll show you what I got so far here. I've got no front suspension, so we'll have to work on that. And of course it doesn't come with the rear suspension, but that's okay, big puffy tires are suspension. Here's the rope. So now it does have electric start, but you know, we gotta look into that and fix that up. So, but I'm kind of anxious just to get a little bit of rubber compound first and see if we can't buff it up just a little bit. So why don't we do that? All right, I dug up a grinder, a polisher somewhere in a pad, and I'm gonna try some kind of potion I found also. Where is it? Oh yeah. I don't know. I thought this might be kind of like rubbing compound. Scratch and swirl remover. Let's give this a bit of a shot in one spot. I mean, the thing's a disaster. I'll try it on the blue fender here first. I want to find my rubbing compound. I don't think this is going to work. Working on the yellow. Now that blue there's something else going on with the blue, but this yellow I think is going to work. I got to find something better. What if I was super careful? I mean, super careful with this. So it's taking it off, but it's leaving like lines of goop. This stuff is turning into some kind of like syrup. And boy, what was I thinking about this nonsense? I don't think that's gonna come off. I'm just moving it around. I don't even know what this stuff is. Hey, maybe I can scrape it off. Oh God, why didn't I just do that in the first place? Fishing knife, a fillet knife, just takes it right off. Wonderful. And then it'll polish up nice. Right. Well, this is wonderful. Okay, ow. Uh-oh. I have a first aid kit out here somewhere. I don't know where I put it though. That'll work. And it has a multiple purpose for cleaning things. Pretty cool. I think now it just kind of depends on how much effort I want to put into it, and I'm starting to get bored of this. I can see areas where I could keep scraping if I want, but that's blue. That's, well, blue and white. You know what? That's a custom pattern. I kind of like that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I just want to keep scraping away on this thing, but I really got to get that that recoil looked at. Alright, sorry about the noise. I got the heater going on over there, but I had to go to the old interweb there and figure out how to get the seat off. But he says, oh, just reach up underneath, you'll see the latch. I will I? Seat release. Where are you? What's this big bar here? Oh, that's got to be it. So that, in case you have the same problem, it's up. I think that's going to be it. There's a bar hanging down here. I'm pretty sure it's triggering the 2 latches, one on each side. Or not. Oh, the whole. What? I guess the whole fender comes off. Nice. You can see lots of neat things in here now. I forget why I took that off. Oh, what an easy machine to work on. Look at everything's wide open now. This is great. Battery box. Never did figure out what this was for. I think it was supposed to have a lid on it. Oh yeah, I took that off so I can get to the recoil. Wow, look at how easy that is. That is completely out in the open. My Polaris quad, you know, to get to the recoil, you got to remove the exhaust system, and you got to reach down around there and up under there, and this is going to be easy. It's like 1, 2, 3, 9 bolts or something. Now this case is broken. I knew it. The seller told me about that. I'll either get another one or I'll do some, you know, pokey repair on this one. All right, I've almost got enough heat in here so I can turn off that thing and actually make a decent video instead of just here in a blast or go. But oh, that thing makes nice heat quick. Thank you, Internet. You solved my problem. All right, let's get this recoil off and see what's going on in here. See if there's something I can do about that. These Phillips screws on the case, I wouldn't even try to do that by hand. I just don't like Phillips screws to start with. But I'll only use a drift punch, and if you've never used a drift punch, make sure you got the right Phillips bit in there. They usually come. The set usually comes with 2. Just put it in there by hand and make sure it feels tight when you rock it back and forth. The other one will look good, but it's going to be loose in there, and that's no good. So you want to put it in. Actually, what you want to do is hold it by hand and give it a twist counterclockwise to make sure it's going loose. If you give it a twist clockwise, you hear it click, and that's for punching it on tight. You grab that, undo it, and it's going to loosen the screw. So I'm going to get into the position here and give it a little bit of a drift, give it a whack. See if the first shot got it, and it did. So on the next one, I'm going to do them all that way. That's the way to do it. So that's it. I'm going to want to fix this up because, you know, we're not planning on submerging these things in a river or anything, but you never know, we might get into some water. And for a minute there that started recoiling as I loosened this, but oh, it is. So what's going on? Well, so far nothing's flying out of there. All right, let's see what's going on here. I'll flip this lens around. So, oops. Why is that not pulling back in? Oh, hear that screech? See how dry everything is over here on this broken section? Trying to get in the light a little bit. Right in there. It's just, this thing has not seen, I don't think it's seen spray lube ever in its life, so it's about to. What have I got up here in the shelf? Alright, 3-in-1 something or other, so fast acting, loosens, freeze, does lots of things. So I'm going to spray that down in the spring and see if I can loosen it up. We'll go this side, let's just spray it all down. Alright, let's see if that frees it up. Oh, immediately, it's immediately fixed. I didn't even need to take it off probably. I could have just sprayed it through the broken section of the case here and would have been fine. But I wanted to take it off and just see what's all inside here anyway, so. Alright, well, so far things are going pretty well on this repair. I'm just checking the cog that sticks out. When you know, you pull this, it sticks out and grabs to this thing, and it's all working fine. So let's just roll it back on in here and smash her back on. Yeah, there's no fixing this case with any kind of duct tape scenario. So I mean, it's done for. I'll just have to get it. I'll find another one on eBay or something. You know, pay $4,000 for it. All right. That way. That's the way. I like it. Now, because they're Phillips heads, they tend to push back against you when you're trying to tighten things. So I'm going to snug it up by hand here, and then I'm going to give it a little bit of a shot with the drift punch just to snap them on. Ow, that's my hand. Okay, that should do it. Good. Alright, I'll go to pull over now. Oh, I did something wrong. See? So there's an issue. When you tighten up this case, the recoil gets bound up in there. So, bring everything back that I just put away. Alright, so it's loose now. It should go in, but let's figure out what's going on here. Let's take it off and have a look. So, it's binding up when I tighten it. Why? Oh! Ha! Alright, let's see if we can do this. I'm going to show you on an angle here like so. When I pull this cord, watch the plastic disc, the yellow plastic. You see it warping? It's so not turning flat at all. It's jamming itself outwards. So let's see if looking right up the pulley this way. Hopefully the light will be alright. That's a thing. How is that even possible? Alright, I think we need to take this apart. Alright, I need a new recoil tester, but so we'll have to wait till I think they sell these kits on eBay for not too expensive. I bought a whole new recoil rebuild kit for my Polaris, and it was like 18 bucks or something. It was not a big deal. So I'll do that. I was hoping to pull this over and see if I can see. Oh, the other thought was maybe I could plastic weld it back together. Then you roll it around to that side, you can see the crack start down in there. It's all black. Pull it back again, and you can see it's attached over here. So I would need to plastic weld that crack all the way around there. The thing's barely hanging on at all. I'm going to shut her down for the night anyway. It's late. I've figured out what the problem is. Alright, so that's the introduction to the 85 Yamaha YTM ER. YTM ER. Gotta remember that. Alright, with reverse, solid shaft drive, and you know, something a person can actually pick up with effort. I'm actually looking forward to getting this motor cleaned up. I mean, now that I can see in there easily, it just needs a massive pressure washing. I think that's going to clean up wonderfully. And you know what? The black on this case is actually going to come up black. It's drift punch just to... This thing might not be as bad as I thought it was. It might actually be a decent rig. You know, I got to get these forks apart and get those cleaned up and make the suspension work again. Don't have to, you know, don't have to, but the way we ride, it's going to be slow and easy. But it'll be a fun project to see how we can do it. Anyway, oh yeah, and I got to have to braze up these holes in the muffler. I'll get my torches going and a brazing rod, and you know, try to get it all sealed up there. The muffler's shot. I'll find one someday, but looks like it's been kind of, I don't know, that could be factory, I suppose, but I don't know. All right, well, thanks for tuning in on this introductory look at this old girl, 35 years old, holy, and it still exists. I did lift the back end to check the rear bearings, you know, to see if the axles flop around at all in their housings, and they don't, and there's no leakage. I don't see any, you know, any leakage down there on the axle bearings on either side. So I think I got to get into this disc brake though, because this brake pedal has got a lot of travel. Now the brake's working, but I think I better get in there and see there. Either that or I just got to adjust it some more. I don't know. You know, here's the wing nut knob to adjust it, but I'll have to clean that all up first because it's going to be, oh, there's a couple of them. I'll have to learn how to do that. I want to open up the air box to make sure there's no rat's nest in there. Missing a screw, I'll get one. So yeah, I mean, let's leave it for now. Thanks for watching, and check back, you know, keep an eye on this channel because there's always something strange coming home with me, you know, these impulse buys on Facebook Marketplace. Well, here's another one. Typical thing for me. All right, take care. I'm out. Cheers from Ontario.